Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I am going to be discussing, do VA employees hold more weight to a combat veterans claim over a non-combat veterans claim? Also, I'm going to answer the question, which claim is easier to develop for, combat veteran or non-combat veteran? Make sure you stick around. Okay, everyone, let's jump right into it. Combat veterans claim hold more weight over a non-combat veterans claim. That's easy. The answer is no. Nowhere in the VA regulation, the VA's M21 manual reference, any VA court cases, and in any VA VSR or RVSR training does it state the VA employee must hold more weight of a combat veterans claim over a non-combat veterans claim. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments on this. Keep in mind, I'm going to repeat, I am not diminishing anybody's service in combat. Okay? The best way to explain that is, as a former VA employee, former VA rater, my initial training and my monthly training after that, over all the years and over the hundreds of claims I adjudicated, nothing stated that I had to hold more weight over a combat veterans claim over a non-combat veterans claim or vice versa. Once the VSR completed that development, and it was determined that that individual filing that claim was a veteran, that's it. Now, can I speak for all VA employees? No. Okay? I just looked at the claim. The veteran was a veteran, regardless of combat or non-combat. Okay? Now, that leads me to my second question. Which one is easier to develop for? Okay? Now, I can't say either way, oh, this one is easier, combat or non-combat is easier. And here's why. It's going to depend on what the veteran is claiming, how the veteran is claiming under the 5 ways of service connection, and the evidence that the veteran submitted. All of this is going to be taken into consideration and is going to determine the development that needs to happen under the VA regulation, okay? And when it's not followed, guess what kind of error that's called? And we all know DTA, duty to assist errors, okay? The development is not complete. If the veteran's claim is not given due process, the VA employee is going to get hit with a DTA error, all right? Now, let me give you some examples. Let's just take a combat veteran. That combat veteran was claiming PTSD due to fear of hostile military terrorist activity. I hope you caught that nugget. I'm going to say it again. Combat veteran is claiming PTSD due to fear of hostile military terrorist activity. I get that claim. I look at the VA Form 21-526EZ if it's the initial claim. I go right to the veteran's DD-214, and it shows from this date to this date, Afghanistan. I'm requesting an exam. Just that simple. Okay? Now let's take a non-combat veteran. A non-combat veteran is claiming PTSD due to military sexual trauma. Now, I'm looking at that claim form, and then the veteran sends in a newspaper article showing that a high-ranking military official was court-martialed due to sexually assaulting military personnel, okay? And it can be connected, okay? Request the exam. Pretty much straightforward, right? Development is pretty easy. Now, let's talk about when it's not so easy. Combat veteran claiming PTSD due to something other than fear of hostile military terrorist activity. I came under sniper fire. And there's no other lay statements from any other individual in that person's unit. Okay? So even though the veteran's claiming PTSD, in this case, I can't confirm that, but I'm still going to request the exam due to fear of hostile military terrorist activity. Now, the veteran may not know that I submitted it that way on the 2507 medical request. We're going to take a time out right quick because I'm going to explain this is why it's important for the veteran to be educated. If you submit that form, you already know why. And you can explain that when you get to the CMP exam. But if you have a lawyer, VSO, claims agent, or somebody else submit it, you might not know it and they may not explain it to you. Okay? Now, let's go over to the non-combat veteran. They claim PTSD. All right? Another scenario. They were in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Look at the records. Oh, there's a citation there that they received for their meritorious service for the aftermath cleanup or going in and getting people out of their homes during Hurricane Katrina. So you can see how sometimes it's easier for combat veterans and when it's harder and vice versa for non-combat veterans. Okay? But at the end of the day, I want you to keep in mind, VA employees are not trained to hold more weight over the other. The development is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be based off of the condition that the veteran claimed, how they claim, and what the evidence is. So let's look again at the non-combat veteran. The non-combat veteran says, I'm claiming a back condition due to being awarded the parachute badge. Go to the DD-214, request the exam. I just dropped another nugget for you. For all of you that were airborne or received a parachute badge. Now, let's go back over to the combat veteran, claiming the same condition. And they have a Purple Heart. Request an exam. Because we all know the reason that Purple Hearts are awarded. Okay? Also, let's look back at the non-combat veteran. I'm claiming PTSD due to being mugged. There's no lay statements submitted from other service members that serve with this particular veteran stating that, hey, they came back in the barracks that particular night, their face was bruised up and they say they got mugged. I just dropped another nugget. Hope you caught it, okay? So there's no lay statements. There's no police report. That's going to be a little bit harder to confirm, okay? Now, I'm not questioning anybody's integrity. At the end of the day, keep in mind, VA employees have to follow VA regulations when it comes to this development, okay? Sometimes some of them do, sometimes they don't. Another reason why you, the veteran, need to be educated so you can point that out. Hey, I didn't get due process, all right? So again, you can see based off some of the examples that I've given you when it's easier and harder for combat and non-combat, okay? And I want to leave you with this. I stress education. The main reason, one of the main reasons I stress it is because not all VA employees follow the 38 CFR and or M21 manual reference. They're human. Some of them just make mistakes. Some of them are not advocates for veterans. But trust me, when I tell you this, the VA regulation is on your side. If they don't follow if they don't follow the VA regulations and give your claim the due process it deserves, now you're able to point that out, and guess what you're pointing out? Duty to assist error, DTA error, okay? Now, when you get to that informal conference, you're educated, and now you can state fact or law, opposed to just saying, let me tell you my story, okay? I know all of this sounds like it's a lot. Trust me, it is not. Once you figure out what you're doing with your particular claim and understand the VA regulations that govern what you're doing, now you can hold their feet to the fire and hold them accountable. But if you're not educated, it's going to be a little bit harder, just like some of those examples I gave you when it comes to developing certain claims, okay? So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to go out to my website and pick up my new book, VA Claims Success. Thank you.